Shannel, who should be eliminated tonight?
I'm so glad you asked me this question. I nominate myself because I don't want to be here anymore.
Go on and wish that Brad Pitt would come along, but I prefer Madonna in a lacy thong. 'Cause I'm a lesbian, I don't like nothing.
Hello, you are listening to the Lesbian Mafia, and that was wrong. Everything was wrong. I did it backwards. It's just all wrong. It's all wrong. I will start this again. Hello, you are listening to you're listening, oh my god, this is awful. Hello, you are listening to show number 51 of the Lesbian Mafia, and I'm your host, Sandy. Hello, I just did the most disgusting thing in the world, and that is McDonald's after midnight. McDonald's after midnight in my neighborhood is always disgusting. I don't even want to tell you what I ate because I'm embarrassed. That's how disgusting I just was. But everything was stale, like it was sitting out all day long. And yeah, that's okay. Spring is here, and I'm eating McDonald's. Anyway, that's not important, is it? Not important. They don't have anything either. Like, they have nothing on the menu available. And then, like, I couldn't even read the menu because the lights were out on the menu. And I feel stuffed, like a disgusting, just disgusting. McDonald's after midnight, I don't suggest it. Like, why don't they tell you, look, this shit is stale, come back at another time. Like, if that was me and I was working at a McDonald's drive-thru and somebody ordered something and I looked at it and I knew that shit was stale, I would be like, look, it's not fresh, come back. Never, because it's never fresh, but it's all disgusting food from the minute it's created, from God knows where. I think McDonald's it's cow feces. That's what you're eating. I'm being repulsively disgusting right now, which just does not match the glamour of this program today, which is I'm so excited. I'm having Shannel from RuPaul's Drag Race on this program today, so I need to, change the tone right now, and we need to start talking about glamorous things like rhinestones. These reality shows, you get really emotionally invested in these characters, and so they eliminated Akasha, Jade, Angina, which was horrible, and then now the most recent person she eliminated herself. Well, him. His real name is Bryan. Is Shannel, which is ridiculous because she lost to Rebecca, who is the villain of the program right now, because Rebecca is high school all over again. She's, the popular girl, and you don't know why. I don't want to say very little substance because, she seems fine or whatever, but it is very curious as to why Rebecca is outlasting all of these other, very vibrant personalities and people like Shannel who are very, polished acts and that kind of thing. So it's really curious. It is. And I'm not saying that Rebecca isn't extremely attractive, both as male and female. But, I just want to say here that I love RuPaul. I do. But I am calling shenanigans on RuPaul's Drag Race. I can't deal with all of my favorite people getting cut, which is pretty much all of them. It's terrible that I'm hooked on a TV show. It's just dreadful. And I'm completely invested in the show. And I don't understand what is happening with this Rebecca person. I don't get it. Why everybody goes but her. But I'll tell you what, the producers of the show definitely knew that they were going to get strong audience reaction over eliminating Angina because they just had her back on episode 7 just to kind of show face and say something funny or whatever. I think RuPaul asked her, she said, are you here to get revenge on me? And she said, no, I left my blade in the car. Everything is obviously very planned out. As most of us do know, reality shows are unreality shows. Personally, I think they had the person they wanted picked out from the beginning. That's just me. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just want to say that crazy things are happening on this show. It's not good for me emotionally. It's not good for me emotionally because I don't know what's going on in this show with that Rebecca person. Rebecca! All I know is that there's some bullshit going on this show. There's some bullshit. But I am happy to be talking to Bryan, Shannel, and over the past few weeks watching the show, it seemed to me that she was being edited in a very unflattering light. And I guess it's, seemed kind of contrived and deliberate so that you don't feel bad if she gets cut, And, I'm sure there's varying reasons why and all of that stuff. But, it definitely did. It definitely did touch on something. I felt bad. I really didn't like seeing that because, she was really, her outfits were astounding. That snake outfit, the business attire. I mean, just really, she's an artist. And people just, kind of blow off drag queens like, oh, they're just, silly people. They're just ridiculous people. And they don't have any talent because they lip sync. But there are some drag queens out there that are so artistic and really bring that. I mean, I have seen some acts here in New York, and some of them have their own material. They sing, they have their own music. They don't all lip sync, but even when they do, some of them are so, their presence is so voluminous that you cannot deny that is not something that everybody can do. So let's talk to Bryan, Shannel. Hello, Bryan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Just trying to pack and get everything together for flying out to Minneapolis tonight.
Oh, really? Are you doing a show?
Yeah, I've got a show I'm doing tomorrow night with Frank Marino out there at a casino.
Okay, so you're in Vegas.
Yes.
And you're a very well-known performer in Vegas, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I like to look at it that way. I mean, as far as within the gay community, yeah, I mean, I've had shows for 6.5 years out here, and I've headlined, and I had my own circus show at a casino, and, I mean, I did La Cage at the Riviera, and so, yeah, I mean, I've done a lot out here, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm sure you've been following the rest of Drag Race as it's been playing out, right?
Of course, yeah. Well, we filmed this 5 months ago, so we all knew what happened 5 months ago with the show.
So you know who the winner is?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But of course you can't talk about that.
Of course I can.
Of course. But so, what do you think of how things have turned out?
I think it was a good experience. I mean, I think if anything, it was the ability to be able to, kind of popularize and bring back the world of female impersonation again. I mean, it's been years, I think, since drag has kind of even really been talked about, and it kind of took the back burner. So I think, having the very first ever reality drag TV show kind of made it something that, people could talk about in their living rooms again. And I just feel very blessed that I was, had the opportunity to be on it. In fact, I was actually the very first person to be selected by the producers to go on the show. So that was really kind of an honor. And so, yeah, I mean, it was definitely an experience. I mean, it had its high points and its low points, but overall, it really put my name out there again. And after having been in the industry for 15 years, it's nice to kind of get some more publicity out of it and feel like I kind of, made a bit of a change out there.
Yeah, it's definitely become a much more relevant topic right now, which is great. Yeah. Now, let me just ask you this. A lot of people don't know this. What is the difference between a drag queen? Is that a proper term? Is that a proper term to use? Or is that offensive?
It's a personal thing. I mean, I like to look at myself as more or less just being an entertainer, more of a female impersonator. A lot of people do refer to themselves as being a drag queen. I mean, what we do is drag, but female illusion, female impersonation is kind of the way I like to look at it more. I think that drag has taken on kind of a campy undertone to a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
And I think that being able to show that it takes a lot more than just putting on heels and a dress to go out there and parade around. And so, I think that to me there's a difference between the terms. Yeah.